Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Uh, Today, I'm really excited to be talking about how to change your mind to change your business. Um, I'm going to be talking about the five main ways that I have recently really worked at incorporating um, action steps in my life to create change in my mind in order to change how my business runs. And since I've done that, my business has literally quadrupled. Um, I have figured out how to work less, charge more, have more free time, and feel happier doing it. Which, I know I have a hunch that that's probably something you would like to do as well. Um, the days of hustling and overworking and grinding are officially over for me personally. I know some people might still be in that mode in their business, whether you're a photographer or another creative entrepreneur. But eventually, what I find with working with hundreds and coming upon thousands of photographers, what I'm finding is that the hustle and grind mindset, the hustle and grind lifestyle is just not sustainable. And apart from not being sustainable, it's just not fun. It's not fun to constantly work your ass off and kill yourself for um, in order to make it right. And so what that requires of us, if we want to be out of that hustle and grind state, what that requires of us is a significant mindset shift. And the only way that you can really change your mind, that I've found in my life at least, is to take what I call inspired action. Um, an inspired action is essentially thinking about the things that you've done in your life that give you energy. For so many years, I spent a lot of my days grinding, trying to do a lot of different things, focusing on checklists, things like that. And and now I've changed my mind to focus on the things that actually give me energy, because the way that I know my business can sustain is through having more energy and being happier. So that's what I have spent the past 2 years really focusing on. But um, I began this journey about 5 years ago when I started doing what's called dialectical behavior therapy. And it's dialectical behavior therapy. Hi, Honor. Here's my daughter, y'all. Hello.
Daddy,
Yeah.
I want to listen too.
Okay, you can go in there and listen with Harvest.
But he won't let me use the headphones too.
Well, ask him to pull them out. But I'm live right now. Can you give me a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see in a sec. My kids are watching me live right now. Anyways, so the big thing is that hang on just a moment. Parent life. The big thing is that I have worked at doing the things in my life that give me energy, inspire me, right, and taking action on those things rather than the things that I think other people want me to do, or all the things that I think I have to do in my business. Okay, so um, earlier this week, I ended up writing a story on Medium where I was talking about um, the five main ways I change my mind in order to change my business. Okay. And I'm going to go over that right now. Um, I'm going to go make my kids turn down the other computer because I can hear myself talking after I'm talking. So, okay. They turned it down because they heard me. Thank you guys. All right. So, anyways, I'm not going to waste any more of y'all's time. So, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. How the heck you change your mind to change your business? Okay. Which um, these are probably some surprising things that you don't think of that actually change your business. and I'm going to go over those right now. Okay. So the first way that I and my family and my kids, if you watched the pre-show this morning on Instagram, my daughter was just talking about it. But one of the first things that we do every single morning, literally the first thing we do when I go in there and wake them up in the morning, I ask them the question, what's one thing you're grateful for? And what that does is that trains our minds and creates a habit of thinking about the things that are good in our lives comparatively to the things that are bad in our lives, right? Which is, it's the thing that most of us focus on. It really, really is. It's the thing that most of society, most photographers, most creative entrepreneurs focus on. Okay. And hang on just a second. I'm going to get my kids to turn the volume down again. This is the first time they've watched me live, so I think it's really cool. Thank you, Harvest and Honor, for turning it down more. Being grateful for the things that you have, and letting go of perfect is a big thing too. And you're watching this happen like live, right? One of the things that gratitude has helped me with is let go of my perfectionism, and this video podcast is one of those things. I've spent shut the door, man. No. Yeah. I've spent so many hours overthinking things and getting what I call paralysis of the mind, and being grateful and practicing gratitude helps me let go of those things, like right now in this moment, like not worrying about whether this video podcast is perfect, and understanding that that the important thing is that I'm sharing my stories and my experiences to you. Okay. All right. Number 2 is vision. Go in there now. Go.
Hi.
Go. Number 2 is vision. So this is what vision is. Hey, Honor, can you close my door, sweetie? Thank you. I also need you to turn the volume down. Vision. Okay. Literally right behind me, this little thing, you probably can't read it, but and this over here, actually, this is something new. These are my I ended up breaking down some of the numbers. I want to make $100,000 in my photography business. That's my goal. So in order for me to do that, I have to have a clear vision. In order to have a clear vision, I need to have a realistic vision for the short term in order to reach that goal in the long term. And so what I did is I created a vision here. I wrote $100,000 at the top, then I broke it down into, so that means I had to make $100,000 in 12 months is what I decided. So that means I need to make $8,333.33 every 4 weeks or every month. And that means I have to make $1,923.07, I think, every 7 days, every week. And that means that I have to make $274.24 every single day in order to meet my goal of $100,000, And so what that did for me, that made my vision a lot more realistic than what it would have been at $100,000. One of the really amazing things that Gary Vaynerchuk said a couple years ago when I was watching him religiously and learning from him religiously was that 1 is always better than 0. And the point that he was trying to make was don't get caught up on the 100 is better than 0 when you're at 0. Because if you just focus on the 100 when you're at 0, it will seem too big. That $100,000 seems way too big. But when I broke it down like that, doesn't it make it more realistic? It did. It gave me a more realistic vision, and it gives me the ability to plan short term to reach my long term goals. That's all a vision is. Having something clear in mind, what you want, and the steps you're going to take to get there, and then actually taking action. on those steps. Really, really easy to do. But what happens is people get stuck because they think that their vision is not really their vision. There other things that have affected me from not having a clear vision are fear of judgment from other people, low self-worth. It's another thing that's been really big for me. And so, that comes from, well, my past trauma. I've been abused by my mother and an ex-partner. So it's like all that stuff has bled into that. And so that's taken a lot of work for me to get through that over the past few years. So anyways, have a clear vision. So a way that you can start having a clear vision, try something like this. I didn't refer to this, but this really goes back to the grateful thing, but it's also a vision thing. So I wrote down, what I'm grateful for, the big things in my life, my health, my drive, my 2 amazing kids, my how inspired I am all the time, my energy levels, my innovation. These are things that I focus on, and these are things that I want to spend energy on and put energy in. And then, if you believe in the law of attraction, then if you truly believe it, if you really, really believe it and act on it, then that stuff will increase in your life. This stuff happens when I focus on it. So, just writing it down, putting it somewhere and focusing on it every day. That's what a vision is. That's all it is. Another thing, I'm trying to be happier. I have lived most of my life just trying to be this really, really intense, very introspective person. And I like that about myself. But I know that in order for me to impact more people in a more positive way, that I have to smile more. Right? We all know this, but we still want to post that same stuff of looking cool on Instagram all the time. I still do it. I'm trying to do less of it, right? We're trying to save face consistently, because I'm not really sure why, honestly, anymore. But my main thing is I want to be happy. So I've been putting my daughter's smiley faces, around my room and around my house to make me feel happier. It works. It's something simple, but my vision for myself is to be a positive, happy person. And so if I don't take action on that and set myself up to get that, then I'm not going to be a positive, happy person. I'm not going to look like this. It's going to be more like turn that upside down, So those are a few ways that you can focus on your vision, make it more attainable, and take an action step literally right now. Okay. So number 3, confidence. Confidence is one of the biggest things I have found in my industry, the photography industry, that has hindered beginners. And I've thought about this. I've researched this formally and informally through talking with hundreds of photographers face to face, and then thousands on social media and things like that. And I've found that. Oh, thank you. And here we go. So my daughter just made this. It's wonderful. It's so happy and lovely. Take it in there and dry, and we'll put it up later.
Okay.
Yeah. And shut that door. I'll be done in about 15 minutes.
This is my bracelet.
It's true.
Hi. Wait, what's the
Go. Yeah, confidence, Shut my door, sweetheart.
Okay, Daddy. I'll shut your door. Maybe just say bye. Bye.
Go. Confidence. And so where does low confidence come from? What I've found is it comes from how we see ourselves, our own self-worth. Do we think we're good enough to be a photographer full time that charges market value? Right? That's you. That's you. We come into this industry for the feeling of inspiration. We come into this interview wanting to create feelings in people, right? If that's not you, you're probably not jiving with me, and that's okay. Those are the type of people that I work with. There's another group of people that have more confidence coming into the industry, and those are the business people. They know that their self-worth or what their goal is has nothing to do with how their pictures look per se, and it has everything to do with the action steps they take in their business. And that's the difference in most people. Okay. So what have I done to increase my confidence in my life so I can increase my self-worth? Well, I spend a lot more alone time now, and I try to be a creator rather than a consumer of content. It requires me being very brave. It requires me being seen more, doing a lot more live things like this on Instagram, Facebook, focusing on my passions, being okay with the fact that I'm still a part-time teacher teaching art at an art school, that I'm still not a full-time photographer, making all my money from doing photography per se, even though I teach photography at the art school, right? So it's like attaching weight to certain things in our life as if it's not success, or as if it makes me less of a person, right? And me just saying that out loud, you can actually hear that I still have some confidence issues with that, right? And working through that stuff. And so the point is that if you have confidence in yourself, if you work at doing things and developing yourself and increasing yourself and helping other people, that when you're scared of being vulnerable and then you're still vulnerable, that's where confidence comes from. Facing your fears. I was literally talking about it last night with my son. We were talking about some things that we were scared about. He was a little bit scared, and I was trying to brainstorm with him and told him a story, and then I gave him a little light and stuff, and just to help with shifting to more positive focus.
You were talking about me.
I was talking about I was talking about last night how we shut that door so the sound doesn't. We were talking about, he was talking about how he's scared, right? Yeah. And what we did is, I walked him through a visualization last night where I had him visualize himself in a form of positive, a positive state where he can get into a more higher self-worth. And so, it was a visualization where he was like holding a sword, holding a shield, and there was this light, and there was this elk, I don't know, and it was fun, and then I ended up giving this little light, and then he fell asleep, so it's shifting that mindset. So that was pretty awesome, wasn't it? It was awesome, and it worked, right? So, interrupting the I'm not enough, I'm not good enough is the best way to increase confidence. This past weekend, I made the decision to actually write on my mirror and my kid's mirror. What have I wrote on y'all's mirror, Honor?
I write I am too, and I write I can believe myself, and I write sometimes I do not. And
and what did I write before y'all wrote all that stuff?
I am enough, and I wrote yay with a mega exclamation.
Exactly. So everyone, we get to wake up and we see this reminder that I am enough, no matter what, regardless of what anybody else thinks. I am enough. I will never be perfect, but I'm enough.
Dad is thankful for his health, his life experience, his 2 children, his desire to
inspire others.
And guess what? I made all of these pictures. But you can't see this one because it's down there.
It's true. Can I finish up? Yep. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. I got about 10 minutes. You guys peace out of my room so I can finish up. Thank y'all so much. That was awesome. So that's how I increase confidence, my baby. Number 4. We're moving on our way. Honor, shut my door, sweetheart. Number 4 is meditation. Hey, Honor, shut my door, darling. Before is meditation. So this is something that has become a buzzword. Yes, I know. I understand it. I understand that meditation has been used to market lots of people and their products and stuff like that. You know, it's something that some folks are becoming desensitized to. I get it, but the idea of meditation. Nope. Yes. Go wait, please.
Okay.
Meditate right now, actually. The idea of meditation means that Honor, I really need you to close my door, baby. Okay. Please. Meditation is being like a cloud. You know, I'm trying to do that right now, literally, with my kids, you know, and it's a challenge, right? Like being in a meditative state consistently where when your expectation is not met, you know, for example, I've tried to encourage my kids not to come in here during my live video podcast, but they continue to do that. And you know what? Like, as you can see, it's added a lot of value to this video. You know, I didn't want it in there, but a couple of times it's added value to this, you know, and that's something that meditation allows in our lives. It slows us down. It focuses us on what we really want and what's really important. And it helps us just keep it together and keep our energy levels up and not be so grouchy and angry all the time, you know. Some things that I do, I try to meditate every day in many different ways. So, I mean, I meditate when I exercise in the morning. I meditate at night through the normal traditional kind of audio. I mean, I just lay in my bed and I lay there and try to focus on my body, focus on where I'm feeling anxiety, things like that. Oh, thanks.
Magic.
And I try to just be aware of my baseline. You know what I mean? Like my baseline meaning, one moment. You guys are crossing my boundaries. Bonus: have clear boundaries and stand up for yourself. Don't let people when you give them an inch, don't let them take a mile, right? And that's what I'm doing with my kids right now. So allowing them to come into my room, even though I've told them not to, but then once it crosses a certain point, you have to stand up for yourself. That's a little bonus tip on how to change your mind, to change your business too. Anyways, we're talking about meditation. Meditation helps us increase our self-awareness in ourselves, in what we want in our lives, on what's important. And it just keeps us calmer so we can make more creative, informed decisions. For most of my life, I have been a consistent hustler, grinder, multitasker, and I pride myself in that. Once I started meditating consistently, everything changed. My business changed. I started trying to think about the type of environments that I love shooting the most. And then I started trying to get more of those shoots. And then my business blew up with those shoots, you know. Staying in a state where I am consistently self-aware of what I want and the things I want to be doing. That's also meditation. Okay. So anyways, something you can do literally right now, wherever you're sitting, or if you're near something where you can lay down, just sit up straight and close your eyes for 5 minutes and just ask yourself, what do I want? It's a great way to start meditating. Do that every day. If 5 minutes is too long, do it for 2 minutes. If 2 minutes is too long to sit there and close your eyes and breathe and ask yourself what you want, do it for 60 seconds. Okay. Doesn't matter what it is, it's going to help you. All right. And it's not going to be a huge, massive change. It's going to be a progressive change over time. But again, 1 is better than 0. So taking 1 step to get to that 100 is the key. All right. And starting that with meditation is a great way to do it. Today, actually, I saw this morning on my Headspace app, they unlocked some of the premium features for people because today is, I guess, National Mental Health Day. So anyways, if you're watching this today, go check that out, Headspace, on your app store. All right. So we are finally at number 5, the 5th way to change your mind to change your business. Let's see what my computer's doing here. Okay. Number 5, why? Why are you doing this? Why are you here? Why are you watching this? Why am I doing this? Ask yourself why every damn day. Why do I want to be a teacher? Why do I want to inspire other people? Why do I want to smile? Why do I want to make $100,000 in my business? What is that going to do that is an increase to where I am now? Like, why? Why is that important? Is it because it makes me look better? Is it because I'm going to become more famous? Is it simply because I want to show people that I have money? Is it because I want to spend the majority of my energy on things that actually give me energy? Is it because I have a goal and I want to reach that goal? Because I enjoy reaching goals. Because I'm a committed, driven person. Is it because I want to trick people into giving me money for something that is not actually valuable? Because there's people out there that do that, and you know it. If that's you, you need to peace out, because that's not how people that I want watching my videos. So asking yourself why all the time. Why am I doing this? Why am I going to run this marathon? Why am I going to quit my 9-to-5 job to become a full-time photographer? Why am I going to do a face-to-face workshop to help a dozen other photographers over 2 days? Why am I going to charge what I'm charging? What's the specific reasoning behind it? Is it because everybody else is doing it, which is a lot of people's why? Or is it because I am someone who is goal-driven? Is it because I want to make a bigger impact? Is it because, yes, I want to increase and earn more money in my business so it can grow, so I can be happier and I can serve people more? Notice the difference, right? So if your why is the one that is, I'm worried about what other people think of me, then you might want to go back to steps 1 through 4 that I was just talking about, the other 4 ways that I was talking about to change your mind and start practicing some of those things. Why? Just ask yourself why all the time. Some of the most impactful conversations I've had with photographers and my teenagers that I work with over the past 5 years is where all I do in the conversation is ask them the same question: why? I think back to when I was in Chicago last year, and I was working with this amazing photographer and videographer named Arthur. He's up in the Chicago area. We were actually on our way to a shoot for the workshop, and we were driving and just talking about it. And I mean, this was one of the most memorable conversations of the day for me. And all I did is just sit there and ask him why. He was telling me about his business, and I'm sitting here like, why? Why do you want to do that? Why did you make that decision? Why are you thinking you want this? And that led him to being more focused, and it led him to actually find his why. So it's a simple, small thing, but ask yourself, why do I want to be a full-time photographer? I'll be out in a minute, baby. Close the door.
Okay.
Bye. Why do I want to be a full-time photographer? Why do I want to be a happy dad? Why do I want to be a smiling person over someone who tries to look cool all the time, right? It's a massive challenge. Why do I want to have 10,000 followers on Instagram? Why do I want to have 100,000 followers? Why do I want to make 100 grand? Why do I want to have them? Why do I want to feel better and have more energy? You know, I mean, these are really, really base questions that we would all benefit from asking ourselves every day. Why am I here? Why did I wake up this morning? You know, a lot of people in their lives early because they don't ask themselves that question, or they have believed somebody else. You know, for example, somebody's saying you're crap, you're not worth anything. I don't trust you and you're not trustworthy, right? We believe these things, and that becomes our why. That becomes our why as to why we don't take that massive step to go full-time. Or that's somebody has told us we are not brave, that we're weak. And so therefore, that's our why. Rather than my story, the one that I've created for myself, is that I'm brave, that I'm a good dad, I'm a good person, I'm a great photographer, I'm someone who cares about my clients, I'm someone who works at patience, and I use my resilience and my past experiences in the present and not focus on the pain that it caused me. Okay. And that's a little bit more woo-woo, but you know, an action step, write down the thing that you're struggling with to make a decision. You know, it could be, do I want to be a full-time photographer? And right below it, you can write yes or no. And then right below that, you can write the reason is ... and then write the answer. That's your why. And be honest. Be really, really honest. Don't BS yourself, because this will not work. It will not change your business. It won't change your mind if you're not honest. Another bonus is integrity. It's another great way to change your mind, to change your business. Be an honest person, even when it hurts, even when it's scary. Be honest. Okay. That may have been one of my most big challenges. I've consistently not told the truth a lot of my life because I've been scared of how other people are going to respond to the truth in my life for some reason, you know. And once I started focusing on my actual why and started ignoring what other people thought of me or what I thought other people thought of me, then my why became my why and not this other person's why for me that was affecting me. Okay. So those are my 5 ways that I have changed my mind, and some action steps you can take literally right now today to start changing your mind, to change your business. All right. If you are a photographer and you are interested in going deeper on this subject, on finding your why behind your business, on figuring out your ideal client, figuring out how it is that your ideal client is most affected. I'm talking about like brain psychology, brain research, client experience, vision, business vision, personal vision. If you want to go that deep, I'm doing a face-to-face workshop tour starting next month. My first one is going to be in Durham, North Carolina, and it's going to be awesome. This is the first 2-day workshop I've ever done, and it's focused on the why. It's focused on the why behind your business. We're going to be going really deep into the ideal client persona, really, really, really finding who it is that we want to attract in our business and why, how we do that, what kind of content they like, how much money we want to make, and the strategies that we need to take to get there. We're going to be talking with the head of Catalyst Wedding Co. We're going to be doing a DIY diverse styled shoot on a budget. It's going to be awesome. And just so many more things. I'm actually going to put in the call to action. I'm going to put a link to that workshop if you want to check it out. It's just markmaya.com/workshop. Okay. And you can click that literally right now. I think, hang on, HTTPS, there we go. You can go down and click right below me in this Crowdcast event, and you should see the call to action. It says workshop right now. Thank y'all so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on replay, feel free to reach out to me at Mark Maya Photo on Instagram, or you can just Google me and contact me through my website. You can go to markmaya.com. You can find me on Facebook. Just search for Mark Maya. That's my last name is spelled Maya. So I really, really, really am grateful that y'all have invested yourself the past 37 minutes in this, and I challenge you to take some steps right now so your business can change. Okay, so your mind can change, so you can just feel better. All right. Reach out to me if y'all want to. Thank you so much. I love y'all, and I will talk to you really, really soon. Goodbye.